Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. So today what I'm going to be doing is a July week 1 check-in, a little bit of update on some of my variable expenses, and walk you through my many transactions this week. This is probably the most transactions I've had in a week. So I need to really get a handle on my spending. A lot of, some of it is vacation spending, some of it was just not being planned as far as my meals and eating out definitely more than we should have. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. This should look familiar to you. I do get a lot of questions on this form. My goal is to eventually have it in as a digital printable in my shop, my Etsy shop. In the meantime, I'm still working on the formatting of it because this is an Excel file, and as I'm turning it into a PDF, the formatting's a little wonky. But I will go ahead and format that. A couple questions I have, if you want to leave feedback in the description, in the comment section of this video. How many paychecks do you think would need to go into income? I mean, my husband and I are paid once a month, but I know people get paid weekly, they get paid bi-weekly, so just kind of give me an idea of how many lines should be under income. And then sinking funds, this is just a recap of my sinking funds, and then I do have a separate sheet that I track them individually. So is this enough lines, or should this not be on this sheet? And then I feel like there's enough room here for fixed, and then these are more envelope or subscription or online. So this part I feel pretty comfortable with. It is color coded, so this total goes up to here. So my version that I have, the Excel version, actually adds it up and then puts the numbers up here and then does the math for me, so that as I'm plugging the numbers in. But when I've sent the Excel version in the past, it's a little weird because I have an online Excel subscription, so it really wasn't a way to, well, I take it back. We might be able to do that instead. Do both, offer both. So if you have Excel, I could offer you the Excel version that has the formulas. And then on those of you that do not have Excel or just want a printed copy and you can write in your own, we can do that too. So just give me some ideas. I'm kind of working through it. I'm hoping that my daughter and I can work on it while we're on vacation. So a few of the bills have come in that were not in yet. My electricity bill came in a little bit less than what I thought, which is always good. It actually was less than last year, and it's been super hot here in Arizona, so I'm probably gonna see that in my August bill instead. But my bill for this month was $343. And then my Southwest gas bill came in at $29. Actually, I just rounded to 30. You probably noticed in my videos, I do not put any cents or anything like that. I round up. Was $30. Everything else has come in as normal. All my transfers have been made. And all that is done. So let's go ahead and check in. So this is my July setup, my transactions, as I said, were a lot. My income, my variable expenses. So $57 will go into my electricity envelope because that is the difference of what I budgeted versus how it actually came in. Let me bring it in just a little bit. And Southwest gas, I don't have an envelope for because there's not the major fluctuations like my electricity bill, but there was a $10 upside. On my fixed expenses, the only real change I had was I had budgeted $110 for the Paper Minty monthly release, and she put on Instagram that she's not going to do a July release. She's on vacation, so that $110 will just stay as a cushion in my account. And then I've set up the weekly will be here is what we're going to check into, and here are my transactions. I mean, look how many transactions I had in a week. It was a lot. Some of these I had to get a little creative of where the money was going to pay me back because I was kind of spinning out of a lot of different envelopes. So I'll walk you through my thought process when we get to reconciling the week. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to start with entertainment because I did my last check-in bill, you know, stuffing my envelopes and everything was Friday. It was right as the month started, and I did spend money that day. So I took my girls to Cafe Rio for $44, and I took my sister and I went out, and I took her to lunch at Applebee's, and that was $48. So 44 plus 48 is $92. So in my entertainment, which I had $100, I now have $8. So if you have not heard me say this before, if it is my husband and I take it out of eating out. If it's my daughters, my sisters, friends, anything like that, I take it out of entertainment. So as you can see, entertainment is now done for the month. This budget is only a 2-week budget because my next 2 weeks I'm going to be on vacation, and I take that out of my vacation money. And so I don't use my household money or my budget or income money to pay for trips because I save separately for that. So when I laid out my categories this month, I only pulled cash for 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks will be vacation, which I will not check in on, and then I'll reset up for August 1st for a normal month. So next is groceries, and you're gonna see why we ate out so much. I had $9 at Fry's and $16 at Fry's, 25. So my husband was out of town, and then he got home, and we've just been kind of just lazy, kind of catching up. So 300 minus 25, I still have 275 for groceries. Though we did say last night after we had eaten dinner that that has to stop for the week, because we know during vacation, even though we're in a timeshare in a beach house, we can cook. We also know that there's a certain amount of times we'll go out too. So we've really been eating out a lot. Eating out, my next category, and that is this green. So I have Applebee's for 28, Cafe Rio for 30, Texas Roadhouse for 41. So my entire budget for the 2 weeks was 100, and we spent 99. So right there is just telling you that we don't have any money left to eat out. So there we go. Spending, I'm actually, one moment please, I need to go grab my wallet. I handled spending differently this time. One moment. Okay. So I give $50 a week, and I normally don't track this. It's never on my budget sheet, but it is this week because what I decided to do, because I worked this week, was to not carry cash with me, because my purse is never with me when I am working. It's kind of just left at a store. So I decided to just go ahead and grab my credit card and my phone, and that's what I brought with me. So I did have lunch for 2 days, and then I also one other day I grabbed food. So here's the 50. So in my transactions, what I spent of this, 12 at Sonic, and then $4 at Dunkin' Donuts. I bought my daughter a coffee, and then Panda Express for 12, and Panda Express for 12. Is that right? 12 plus 4 plus 12 plus 12. Yeah. So I spent 40 of it on my card that needs to go back to the bank. So I'm going to take the whole 50. I should have rollover of 10. So I have 50 left for this week. So I'm going to just take the 40, put it to the side, and that will go in my back to bank. Okay, gas, I pumped gas once, and that was $64. So my budget for the month is $175. I use 64, 111. I still have almost a full tank, so that should take me through this week. For my mom, they did go into lockdown, so we can't visit her until Monday. So I did not spend any money. Miscellaneous, I did not spend. Personal care, I did not spend, though I am going to get pedicures. I'm getting a pedicure today, plus I'm treating my daughter, one for her birthday, one just because I treat them both. And so a lot of this is going to go today. Wait, I actually have 200. Entertainment, we talked about it, $8 less. Household, I spent $10. So I went to Ace Hardware to buy some, they're called furniture screws for the crib. So somehow in the process of having a crib that was put together and that we took apart and put all the tools and hardware and everything into a bag and taped it onto it, somewhere we lost 2 screws. So I had to go to 2 different Ace Hardwares to find the right ones, and it ended up a friend of ours who was helping us, he came over to check the pool for my husband, helped me and actually met me at Ace Hardware and walked me through like what I needed and how to kind of fix it, and he was great. So I do need to go get one more setup, so there's going to be another $10, but at least I know what I'm doing now. I'm like, why is it never easy? And then I do have this green color, which is money that I have pulled out of my sinking fund, some cash, some need to be transferred. And I normally don't put that on this view of my budget, but because so many of them I needed to take cash out of the envelope to put back onto my card, I figured I needed to put it here. On the side here, I have started to list all of my big withdrawals from my sinking fund. So auto insurance and homeowners insurance was there before. I am getting new tires on my car on Thursday, so that's $1,630 for tires. So I had saved $1,800. So luckily the money's there. My husband did pay for it, and then I just need to take the money and give it back to him so he can pay his card with that money. So that was that. I swear, just those big annual bills or those big repair bills, just, you know, even though I plan for them, it's still a little tough when I have to sit there and pull the money out. Okay, so let's start to put the money back in where we need to. I'm gonna put this 100 back behind the 50. So my back to bank will start with this $40, which was from my spending money that I used my card. And then the first one, it's kind of a tight fit here. The first one I'm gonna do is family barbecue. Now, it says family barbecue Texas Roadhouse. So on the 4th of July, my husband got home at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was 110 or 111 that day. And my daughter and future son-in-law were coming over for dinner, and we were gonna do steaks. By the time I looked at buying the steaks, because I didn't buy them when they were on sale, and all the sides, it was going to be over the $100 that I had in the family barbecue for kind of holidays. And my husband really didn't feel like going out and barbecuing when it was so hot. So we decided that we could get the ribs and the steaks from Texas Roadhouse and all the sides for $90. So that's what I did. So I need to take out of family barbecue, I need to take $90. I know it sounds a little weird, but it completely saved us time, effort, and cleanup. So there we go. And everybody got what they wanted. So I have $100 in there. It's gonna go back here. I'm gonna take 10 and put it back into family barbecue. And I do need to update that tracker. And then while I'm here, under family birthday, I did buy one of my sister her gift. So it's 32 and 38, so $70. And it was actually 103, but my sister and I went in on it, and then she Venmo'd me, and then I had a credit on Amazon, so it was a long story. So out of this one, I'm going to take 70. No, I'm gonna take 50 because the rest is really already in my account. And that 50 is going to go back to bank because I did use my credit card, of course. And I do need to update my tracker. Okay. So even though that says 70, I did get Venmo'd $50. And then Amazon clothing, $18 is a transfer. See there's a little T right there. I don't know if you can see that. Etsy stickers for 42 is a transfer for my general sinking fund. Bambino's date night for 30 is an envelope. And that was 30. Okay, I do need to add $57 to electricity, which is the difference from what I budgeted to what the actual bill came in. So I'm actually going to take that from my back to bank so I don't pull the cash and then have to go back and get it. Do I have a 5 in here? No. So 50. 56, 57. $3 goes back there. Okay, so in a right here. Let's go back down. Okay, where is this money from? I'm gonna put that there for a second. I'm sure you all just saw what I did. Let me look at. Oh, think about family birthday. Okay, I'm just gonna put that back there for now. We'll figure it out at the end. So this 57 is going to go into electricity. Now this isn't really gonna pay my electric bill anytime soon, so I just kind of start to build up a cushion so that it helps to offset the summer months. And so if there's a difference between what I budget and what it actually came in, that extra that I've already kind of accounted for goes into electricity. And then in the months where my bill is much lower, then I can start to build this back up again. And that just helps with the, the huge jump that I have in the summertime in Arizona, probably similar to heating bills if you live somewhere cold where, you have that fluctuations with the season. And then the rest will come out of my other envelopes. Okay, might want to check date night then. I have not done anything with my daughter's birthday envelope. I did take my money that was in my birthday envelope and deposit it into my account. And the reason why I did that is I figured if I was going to buy myself anything, it's probably going to be during vacation or it's going to be online. So I figured it made more sense to put it in my checking account and just keep it there and just kind of know that that $500 is still kind of mine to spend, or it may go towards insurance, who knows. Okay, so now let's go back to our weekly envelopes and see what we need to take out. Oh, I already put the money here, so, okay. Okay, so for groceries, 25 needs to go back to bank section. I'm just gonna call it 100. Goes back to from eating out because it's $99, so we'll just call it 100. 2, 3, 4, 5. Spending, I get the 50 in for my wallet. I'm only working one day. Today's Sunday, so one day this week, so that will be Friday, so I don't have to worry about that. Gas is online, and then entertainment, $92. Let's do 50, 90, $92. So 50, 70, 92 from entertainment. Goes back here. And then 10 from household. Okay, so that should be everything. Okay. So what I've been doing, if this kind of confuses you, sometimes you can see it confuses me as well, is I start the month and really the week with all of the money that needs to go. So for groceries, we'll have $275 in that envelope. Then when I get time to where I'm paying myself back out of envelopes or out of, sinking funds, then I put the money all together. So I do not take the money out of my sinking fund envelopes because those are very specific denominations. So the money that are in my, what I call my weekly envelopes or the white binder, when I sit down to do this video and to pay myself back, I put all the money together. So part of this is money that was in my back to bank. Part of the money is what was in my envelopes. After the video, I just put all the money back in, and then if I have extra money, then I know that that needs to go back into my back to bank. So it's been working a lot better for me this way because I was really struggling with having change. So if it was like $92, I didn't have the $2, and then I was always making change and I was owing envelopes. So that's kind of why I decided to try this, and this has been working well. And I already have the amounts tracked here, so I don't need to, remember like what money goes back because I know looking at my remaining balance what needs to go back into that envelope. So it's working. And then I just wanted to show you on my last video for the month end June, I did stuff my envelope challenge, my 100 envelope challenge, but I really don't like using the Sharpie on the lamination. I don't know why, I feel like I'm crossing through the numbers and I can't see them. So what I decided to do, and this is going to be a printable in my shop, is I formatted this for the Happy Planner in the 7x9 size, and then I have one for the letter size as well. And I just highlighted the denominations that were in there, and just so I can track it. I can also look at the envelopes and see that there's money in there, but this is an easier way at the end of July, if I have money left from my envelopes, that I can go ahead and put them into the savings challenge. So I just wanted to show you that because I know I on video last time, so I just wanted to show you how I handled that. Okay, so that's everything for this budget. You should see a lot more coming out of groceries this week. less coming out of spending. And I will do a payment on my credit card before vacation just to clear anything that I've put on from the 1st to the 15th. I normally do that just so that there's not a huge balance at the end of the month. That's kind of how in my checkbook when I'm writing in my bills, I do a mid-month payment and a end-of-month payment so that I know that, you know, I'm on track for what I think I'm going to spend on that card. And then the items that go on the card from vacation will just be a transfer from my vacation fund onto my card. So that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you could and would like to, please consider subscribing and hit the alert for all future videos. Thank you so much. Take care and have a great week.